breakfast time. Paige is leaving soon, but we're still gonna get some breakfast. And here is the malecón this morning. Look how pretty, y'all. Paige is looking to see if her taxi is here because she ordered it for 7:45 and it is 7:44, and we're just getting downstairs. Everything's good. My girl Paige is gone. Breakfast is done. I'm going back up to the room to get my day started.
First of all, Santeria is meant to solve problems on the daily life basis. That's why they say, that's why we say here in Cuba that Santeria is far more practical than Christianity. It's really a religion designed to solve problems. And if you think of the Afro Cuban religions as a religion of the former slaves, it makes sense because the slaves had all kinds of problems. They didn't have any money, they didn't have anything to hold to but the religion. And we say that these religions help them to survive mentally and spiritually during the slavery time. They came from the Yoruba kingdom in Nigeria. And that's the reason why Santeria, which has some Yoruba influences, is the most prominent Afro-Cuban religion in the country. It's by far the most popular one. The second most popular one is the one that is influenced by the Bantu culture from Congo. And I'm talking about the Palo Monte religion. But guys, by the way, I'm going to mention a lot of words here. And people know where the word Santeria comes from, or even the practitioners. I really don't know why, but because probably if they will be aware of the origin of that word, they will not use it so much. At the moment, everybody uses that word to refer to the religion, Santeria. But Santeria is actually a derogative term invented by the slave owners to undermine the way the slaves were practicing Catholicism. Why? Have you been to a Catholic church?
Yeah.
So you know it has a main hall with Jesus Christ at the back and then the saints on the wings, right? The two wings. When the slaves were taken to the Catholic Church, they didn't pay any attention at all to Jesus Christ. They only pay attention to the saints. And the reason why is because they look at the saints as the divinities of the white people. Now, don't forget, they were forced to convert to Catholicism. We say that if the Spaniards would have been Protestants, who don't pay much attention to the saints, the whole situation would have been different for the so-called Afro-Cuban religion. This was basically thanks to the fact that the Spaniards were Catholics, and the Catholics have all these pictures in their churches. That Santeria evolved as a religion in a relatively easy way. Talking about Cuba, Santeria is worshipping many divinities. The people who practice Santeria, they are worshipping the different kids of Olofi, the godfather. But Olofi and his kids are one and the same thing. So at the end of the day, it's just one saint, one divinity. And these kids and nature are one and the same thing. So the idea that Olofi and his creation is the same thing is a very common idea to the people who practice Santeria. So from that perspective, it's not that different from Christianity. The idea, it's just that they replace the concept of the Holy Spirit with nature, which is again, don't separate them from God, okay? It's the same thing. Dancers dress up as different orichas. Here, for example, in the color red and black, we have Pelewa, the one that we talked about, the one that is seen as a child most of the time. LY, as I told you, is representing polarities in life. Is representing the constructive energy and the destructive energy, the positive energy and the negative energy. So LY is the builder and the destroyer at the same time, the child and the old man at the same time. Now LY, whenever he sings as a child, he likes money, candies, and toys as offerings, and when he sings as an old man again, he likes cigars and rum. LY is using that tool that she's holding in her hand to open our path during our lifetime. Then here in the blue color, we have Yemaya. Yemaya is the universal mother. We haven't talked about this Orisha. Yet. Yemaya lives in the surface of the ocean. It's very interesting that when she's dancing, she's trying to imitate the undulation of the waves in the ocean. Yemaya's ability is to unify families, as I told you, to keep families together. So if you have any problem with getting divorced or something like that, you will ask Yemaya for some help. Then here in the white color, we have the oldest Orisha of them all, the first one to be born. This is Obatala. Obatala is also a warrior in this religion, and Obatala, as I told you, is the god of justice and peace. He has the ability to control our thoughts and our dreams, to control our heads. He's always looking for a peaceful resolution for any conflict, and that's basically his ability. He's using the horse tail that he's holding in his hand to distribute justice in the world. Then here in the yellow color, we just talk about this one. We have the Cuban Aphrodite, the goddess of sensuality and love. Ochun is seducing men all the time, as I told you, and she's represented in yellow because she's related with honey. She lives also in the surface of the river. Think of the rivers as something curvy and relate that to the female body. While she's living on the rivers, Yemaya, for example, is living on the ocean. And think of that in regard to the idea. She's the universal mother, but she's the one who is seducing everybody. Yeah.
So I'm just leaving my Afro Cuban tour. It was super cool, super informative. I learned a lot of stuff. I also learned that in Cuba, they promote Malcolm X rather than, they learned a lot about Malcolm X rather than Martin Luther King, which is really interesting because in the U.S. they try to press Martin Luther King because he was non-violent and all that, but here, Malcolm X is the man. Let me go in here. What's this? Super cool. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's art and stuff. Oh, this is just a little... This reminds me of the little area in Harry at the Spy.
Yeah. Juste regarde-moi.
Oh, sorry.
C'est bon? Ouais.
Excuse me. Let's see if I remember how to get up out of here. So, more fun facts from the African tour. The yellow dress Beyonce had on and her, I don't know, I can't remember which. I think it was like, I don't remember which song it was, but she was hitting the baseball bat and stuff in the video. She was like summoning a Cuban, Afro-Cuban god. Yes, thank you. She was summoning the Afro-Cuban like god of fertility, and then she was pregnant with twins after. So they, like the Cuban people think like, wow, she summons the Afro-Cuban goddess, the yellow one, that's what they call her, and it worked because she was pregnant with twins, so it double worked for her. So that was pretty interesting because they say she came to Cuba right before all that stuff happened, so that was pretty cool. So I'm lost in these Cuban streets because I walked from my Airbnb to Calle Jamon. That's where the Afro-Cuban tour was. I'm just trying to find La Macon, and then I'll be able to find my Airbnb. I don't feel like unsafe or anything. Everybody's super friendly. There's really nobody out here. The people must be working, that's good. I'm just lost in the sauce. Just got to my new Airbnb. It's in a pretty cute neighborhood. Now I'm gonna walk to my cooking class. I'm super early, but I have nothing else to do, so I gotta do something. I just might as well just walk there, get my steps in, and burn these calories, okay? Skinny one day. Super cute here, it's super green. I love green. I love the lush look. The lady that checked me in, she's a nice little Cuban lady. She knows some English, so that's good. I'm gonna try to follow the directions. If not, I'll just be lost in the sauce again. Okay, adios. Okay, thank you. So I'm really proud of myself. I walked down the main streets of Cuba, La Habana, and I found my cooking class. They're not really main streets. The people are super nice. Like, a couple people helped me along the way because I was looking a little lost, just a little bit. But I knew where I was going. They also don't have street signs here, which make it super hard. Like walking down the residential areas, they would just have like rocks on each corner that would be like M and 27th or something. Like one side would be like the M and the other side would be 27. So it would show, you know, M was going this way and 27 was going that way. But I guess being from America, I'm used to looking up and seeing, oh, here's the street. And then for the other streets, I just had to ask people because I didn't know where I was going. But I found it. Just have to wait a couple minutes and wait for everybody else to get here so we can begin chefing. So I had a really good day today. I went to my Afro Cuban cultural religious tour and I learned a lot there. And then I went to my cooking class and it was put on by a really cool, awesome Cuban family, super nice. I learned a lot there. I learned some Cuban dishes with a family that was from Atlanta and Chicago, and they were super nice too. What was really the most interesting part was the woman putting the cooking class on, teaching us all these dishes. She's a part of one of the Afro Cuban religious groups that I learned about earlier today. The biggest one that's in Cuba, Santeria, I believe it's called. And she's going through her spiritual rebirthing process. So you have to wear all white for a year, cut your hair, go through all these different ceremonies and everything. But it was super interesting, you know, learning about it and then actually seeing it in action, you know, seeing a person going through the process. So she's not actually supposed to be on video and stuff, so I'll just have to block her face out. Because I guess for the year that you're going through the process, you can't be on you can't take pictures and be on social media, but out of respect, I'll just block her face out. But it was super cool.